Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host, and today's episode is on breathing for your spiritual gifts. So, this means that you don't know the half, maybe less than the half of what is within you, the powers that you hold, your gifts, your talents, your abilities. You don't even know how deep you run. You don't even understand how powerful you are. And I want to dive into that today in this episode. But before we get started, I have to say hello, and I want to say hello, and I want to acknowledge you. And I hope that it's all been an easy purging process for you. I hope that it's all been a gentle triggering for you. I hope that you can smile at the intensity of these days and weeks and months, and that you do find your way back into yourself, and that you do find your way back into your breath, and that you do find your way back into your feeling abilities, so you can stay present, so you can stay in your feminine energy, so you can stay in your connection to and with your guidance and highest wisdom. So let's get started. The breath, the breath, the breath. Anybody who knows me, if you know me, you know that I want to speak about the breath for the next 5 months. Just because the breath is everything. The conscious breath is everything. The conscious breath is the gift that keeps on giving. There is no bottom, there is no limit to what you can do with your breath. Your breath is literally the one tool that is built in that will continue to expand you and grow you and open you and lift you and discover you and free you. Your breath. So simple, yet the most powerful tool available to you. I kid you not. This is why I'm making an extra special episode just on this subject alone. And I've spoken about breath practices, and I've spoken about how important it is to breathe and feel, right? To help and assist the purging. But here, I really want to dive in more into what else the breath will do for you. So, that being said, how much are you really breathing? How often are you really the one breathing? Are you depending on your body to naturally, to automatically do the inhales and exhales for you? Are you holding your breath? Are you often on autopilot? That needs to change. It does need to change now, because holding your breath or not consciously breathing will directly affect your ability to manifest higher timelines. It will directly affect your ability to feel in your light flow. It will directly affect your ability to open yourself to higher perspectives. Your breath needs to, must now accompany you all day long. And so if this is new information to you, then I really urge you, I invite you to make this important for yourself, to build in a breath practice for yourself, to find a way to remind yourself to breathe consciously. I am breathing consciously all day long. It took some time. Yes, it was a consistency, it was a practice, but it has grown me, it has expanded me exponentially, and it still continues to do so. So think of your breath as this layered tool. It just opens up layer after layer after layer. So this is one of the reasons why breath work is so powerful and so important, right? the breath work also moves into parts of the body where we may be holding old trauma, where we may be holding old stuck emotion, where we may be holding old energy. And so then the breath work loosens it up, brings it to the surface. And from here, we are now able to release it, but also through the breath, receive more information, guidance about what it was that we just released. And so this is just the surface of what your breath can do for you. But again, it's not just, okay, I'm going to breathe now, and then expecting for all of this magic to happen. That's not how it's going to go. You transforming yourself into the new earth, you manifesting yourself onto higher timelines, you manifesting yourself into higher vibration is a consistent choice, a consistent building up of yourself. It's a leveling up that has to become a lifestyle. It's not 20 minutes in the morning and then magically it'll just be there for you all day, right? It's really understanding that it's your choice. You have to choose it. You have to do it. You're the one. You're the creator. You're the one to level yourself up. Nobody and nothing will do it for you. And so this is why find a way to build it into your breath. Sticker notes. Have sticker notes with a little breathe, right? Breathe on them, stick them all over the house. Every 2-3 days, change the colors of the sticker notes. And then you'll see it again. If the sticker notes have been up there for 2-3 days, your subconscious will not see it anymore. I've addressed this before. Write it into your calendar, right? Put little new sticker notes onto your desk or your workplace where you are most of the time. Stick it into the kitchen, onto the fridge, onto the cabinets, right? You have to work with yourself and you have to understand how important your conscious breath practice is in moving you forward into the manifestations that you want, moving you forward into the happiness, into the joy, into the sense of fulfillment, into the sense of inner freedom, in you even just being in your feminine energy. In order for you to be in your feminine energy, you have to be in your breath. So I know I'm really drilling this point home, but that's how important it is for you to make it important, and not just to take a moment here to breathe and then come back to life, and then take another moment here and then come back to life. No, the breath is not supposed to be separate from life, from your events, your doings. You are meant to learn to build your breath into your life. You are meant to learn to build your breath into your doings. You are meant to learn to build your breath into each and every moment. And it'll become more comfortable. In the beginning, it may seem a bit awkward. Sure, that can happen. But that's okay. Just because it feels awkward doesn't mean it's not good. Just because it feels a little uncomfortable in the beginning doesn't mean it's not for the better in the long run, right? We're looking at the long game. We're not looking at the quick fix. Nothing about the new earth is a quick fix. Nothing about ascension is a quick fix. And so nothing about your breath is going to be a quick fix. There is no magical wand. I wish I had a magical wand, but I don't. Nobody has a magical wand for you. You are the magical wand. Your breath is your magical wand. And so when you have now understood and taken in this, oh, shoot, Okay, I really need to work at it. Oh, shoot, I really do need to build the breath in, huh? Okay, all right, another thing to do, right? Isn't it the way it is? Also know that the breath is going to make things easier. Your breath is going to help you flow more easily through the day. Your breath is going to help you deal with challenging moments. Your breath is going to help you open up space so you can really schedule ahead from within your feminine energy, from your intuition, from your guidance, right? Your breath will help you just on the day-to-day level in the day-to-day doings, because your breath is that layer. And then from here, the breath, as you keep using it more, as you keep building your breath into the days more consciously, then your breath is now going to start opening up another layer. And so what that might be for you, it could be that you're aware of old patterns, mental patterns. This is oftentimes another layer where you will catch yourself, this subtle undercurrent ways of thinking all of a sudden will become present to you, and you'll go, what? That's what I'm thinking? That's still what I'm having running there underneath it all? That's still part of an undercurrent? So strange. Okay. So the minute you recognize it, it'll now subside as you focus back onto your breath. And this is how you slowly but surely repattern your mind space, your subconscious, as to what you want in your head in terms of thoughts and what you don't. The breath keeps you in charge. The breath keeps you very active. And you can be in your breath and very active even when you are flowing in your feminine energy, right? There's always a sense of awareness, a sense of presence when you are in your feminine energy. It's never this like giving up, this, being passive and not there. That's not at all what that is. When you are really in your feminine energy and you're very present and aware and you're breathing, it's also active, right? So there is a sense of masculine energy accompanying it. It's the container that holds your breath, that holds your feminine energy flow, that holds the space open and clear. Then another level that will open up when you are in your breath more consistently is that your heart is going to open up more. Because remember that when you are in your breath more consistently, you are also in your feminine energy. And when you are in your feminine energy, your heart will open. And you will have new sensations. You will have new awarenesses of maybe sometimes it'll even be a slightly tad painful. You can feel it opening, and you just have more of a compassion for people. You have more of a compassion for animals, for children, for the wrongdoings and the imbalances and the injustices of the world. And you will also have a sense of compassion for yourself. You will begin to drop into more self-love. You will drop into more self-worth and self-respect and self-support as your heart opens not only to others, but to yourself. And so you will begin to feel more for yourself. And as you're building the breath into your days more consistently, you will be able to become aware of energy currents within yourself. You will be able to notice little energy of, oh, this is where I want to react, or oh, this is where I want to be in jealousy, or this is where I want to be in attachment, or this is where I have the tendency, the energy current of need and attachment to somebody or something, right? So you'll be able to now notice your energy currents within you. And then, of course, you stay in the breath and you don't engage any of them. You don't indulge any of them. You just stay in this presence. You stay in this awareness. And the more that you're breathing, the more it'll all open up and it'll all clear out. And so now you're opening up your awareness more and more and more. And by opening up your awareness, you're now opening up your energy field more and more and more, right? And so then from here, if you are staying in this inner breath connection, if you are staying in this inner breath awareness, and you're building it into the day more and more and more and more, now you will become aware of your sensory opening. And now you'll be able to sense energies more. You'll be able to sense the energy behind people's words. And now you'll be able to read the energy of the room or read the energy of a person. And you'll be able to feel people's intentions, and you'll be able to read into a space or an event of what's to come. So you'll be opening up even more energy space of your sensory, and you'll be able to tune in to the unseen, right? Into the feminine energy qualities of the intangible. And then from here, if you are building your breath into the day more and more often and more consciously, now from here, you're going to open up into other lifetimes. You're now going to open up into energies that are coming up from other lifetimes, and they want to be cleared and they want to be purged, but there's also going to be an awareness and inspiration that will take you into the remembering of gifts and talents and abilities that you've had in other lifetimes. Surely you've been a shaman. Surely you've been a witch. Surely you've been a sorceress. Surely you've been a seer. Surely you've been a queen. Surely you've had so many lifetimes that truly held so much power. Whether or not those powers got to be expressed in those lifetimes is one thing, but they now do get to be expressed by you if you want to express them. Okay, so let yourself be open. And so sometimes the more that you're opening, the more that you're breathing, the more you'll also feel inspired by things that relate to past life gifts, abilities, powers. So maybe all of a sudden you'll feel drawn to tarot cards because in a past life you were a tarot card reader. Or you'll feel drawn to crystals because you were on Atlantis and you were a crystal healer. Or all of a sudden you're going to feel drawn to working with a shaman because in a past life you were very familiar with shamanic practices, right? So all of a sudden your interests are going to open up. Your attraction is going to open up, and oftentimes it relates to past life. And then from here, if you keep breathing and you keep building it into your day, and it's part of your norm, now you're opening up to your higher self. And now you're going to be able to receive downloads, and you're going to be able to receive, higher knowledge and understanding about yourself or the dynamics with others more easily. And this then also will open you up into your light presence and alignment. Your awareness with yourself as the light will deepen. The more you're breathing, the more you're going to embody your light. The more you're in your feminine energy, the more you're going to embody your light. Absolutely. But now you're also going to be opening to your light on the inside, and you're going to be able to speak with your light. So now you're going to be opening to channeling. channeling from your highest light, channeling from your highest wisdom, your highest places of your soul. Now you'll be able to tap into the light and not only communicate with the light, but also open up to its knowledge, open up to its wisdom, open up to its guidance. And all of a sudden, you're going to feel your connection with the light and your oneness with the light, because you are the light. You're the extension of source, always have been, always will be, here playing this human character. And the more that you're breathing, the more you're going to feel all of it and know all of it and be all of it and embody all of it. And then, of course, the more that you are breathing and the more that you're opening up and the more that you're trusting and letting yourself be and trust this unfolding and stay in this inner connection, the more you will also open up, of course, into this oneness with Mother Earth and the necessity to ground all the time, because at some point you will notice that you cannot open up more, you cannot expand more, you cannot deepen more without grounding. Because you're not supposed to leave the body. We're not in the 60s anymore. We're not here to get out of here, right? And take a bunch of drugs and leave the body. No. We're now at a time where we're bringing it all into the body, where we're integrating all of our parts, where we are embodying our infinite multidimensional selves, right? Where we are integrating our oneness with Mother Earth, where we are now integrating and bringing everything into the here and now, being able to express everything through this one incarnation. And then from here, the more that you're breathing and building the breath into your day, and you're breathing through energies and you're breathing through triggers and you're following inspirations and hunches and trusting these new attractions and excitements, the more you are now also opening your cells. You are now building light body. You are now becoming the light. You are now opening and shifting in consciousness. You are now really raising your vibrations into such a state of peace, such a state of clarity, such a state of inner wisdom and guidance, such a state of joy. Because when you are your light, you are joy. It's joyous. It's joyous to be your light, no matter what. All of a sudden, the more you're breathing, you're not attaching to people, places, and things anymore. You're not buying into the need or the comparison or the competition or, the struggles. The more that you're breathing, you're now elevating. You're elevating into much higher state of being, which has you still be compassionate for life and its suffering that so many are still experiencing. But you're not attaching, you're not feeling responsible anymore. So you're now in the world, but not of it any longer. You're still, of course, wanting to help, then help, right? You're feeling inspired to take certain action, then follow that inspiration. But you're not feeling guilt or shame or overly responsible any longer for even people that you're close with. You are now in a state of understanding who they are. They're all souls on their own journeys, having their own experiences, and it's up to them to make the right choices. It's up to them to come into their breath and remember to stay there. It's up to them to open themselves up and to choose to move through the purging. And so as you're breathing and you're staying in your breath mostly all day long, you are now opened into a tremendous space of freedom. It's just freedom because you're not needing anything externally anymore, yet you already are everything. You are now fully in your worth. You are now fully in your power. You are now fully in your goddess embodiment. And this is how important your breath is. And isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that humanity has been so challenged in the breath and the remembering of it and the using it consciously, right? So this is the new earth. This is the jumping off point to your goddess embodiment, to creating all that space, all that sense of freedom, all that sense of authentic empowerment. It's all about the breath. All about the breath. I am not kidding. So I hope you understand the importance of your breath and you being the one breathing all day, every day, consciously. Just make it your new normal. Just make it your practice. Make it your main goal to always be in the breath, and you will experience shifts that will continue upon shifts, and leveling you up and leveling you up and then integrating you more and embodying you more into ways of being and knowing and living that you would have never thought possible without the breath. Thank you for your time and your energy here on this platform. Please do like, share, and subscribe so we can all grow together, and keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. If you forget, it's okay. Just come back to it. Don't get mad at yourself. Just come back to it. Smile it away and just come back to it. As from here, I am sending you big hugs, love and light blessings to you and yours. Ciao for now.